بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين حبيب إله العالمين أبي القاسم محمد اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. صلى الله عليك يا مولانا يا أبا عبد الله، صلى الله عليك يا ابن رسول الله، صلى الله عليك يا ابن أمير المؤمنين، صلى الله عليك يا ابن فاطمة المظلومة، ما خاب من تمسك بكم وأمن من لجأ إليكم. يا ليتنا كنا معكم سادتي فنفوز والله فوزا عظيما. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يقولون لئن رجعنا إلى المدينة ليخرجن الأعز منها الأذل ولله العزة ولرسوله وللمؤمنين ولكن المنافقين لا يشكرون. آمنا بالله صدق الله العلي العظيم. صلوات اللهم صل على محمد وعلى محمد. For the love of Abba Abdullah al-Hussein, with the loudest of our voices, sallu ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. For the love of Imam Amir al-Mu'mineen, with the loudest of our voices, sallu ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. And for the love of Imam Sahib al-Asr wa Zaman, with the loudest of our voices, sallu ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. Sallu ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. أعظم الله أجورنا وأجوركم بمصابنا بأبي عبد الله الحسين، وجعلنا الله وإياكم من الطالبين بثأره مع إمام المنصور المؤيد. Once again, we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for giving us this opportunity and this moment, tonight being the 10th night of the holy month of Muharram. This month which presents opportunities for all of us to perfect ourselves and to become better Muslims, better Shias, and better human beings. The verse I've just quoted from glorious Quran is Surah Al-Munafiqun, verse 8. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala in this ayah, and I will explain later more about the ayah, سَيَقُولُونَ لَئِن رَجَعْنَا إِلَى الْمَدِينَةِ. They said, or they used to say, when we all return to Medina, لَيُخْرِجَنَّ الْأَعَزُّ مِنْهَا الْأَذَلُ. The honorable ones will ensure that the miserable ones are out of Medina. But here, the kuffar, or the enemies of the Holy Prophet, they refer to themselves as honorable ones. And then, na'udhu billah, they refer to Prophet and his companions and lovers as adal. But then Allah comes forward and responded to them. وَلِلَّهِ الْعِزَّةُ وَلِرَسُولِهِ وَلِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ. Walakin, when I recited, there was a slip of tongue. وَلَكِنَّ الْمُنَافِقِينَ لَا يَفْقَهُونَ. Allah responded and He said, indeed, honor belongs to Allah, and honor belongs to His messenger, and honor belongs to believers. Now, departing from this beautiful ayah 8, Surah Al-Munafiqun, our topic of tonight will be Ashura is a school of honor and dignity. And our examination of tonight will be of the following 3 stages. The first stage, we will look at the meaning of izzah and the types of izzat. Honor, dignity. What does honor and dignity means in Islam, in Quran, and prophetic tradition? And then the second stage of our examination, we will look at individual honor and community honor. And then the last stage, we'll then look at few traces of honor and dignity in Karbala. And especially on the 10th day of Muharram, the manifestations of honor. The aim of tonight's discussion, my brothers and sisters, is to equip us with Quranic teachings and prophetic traditions and Ahlul Bayt on the best understanding of what is honor and the best understanding of what is dignity, so that you don't undermine yourself, so that you try to overcome inferiority complex, and so that some of us also try to overcome superiority complex. So the first stage is, what is a izzat, or what is a honor? Literally, there is a meaning for it. And technically, which is as per the Quranic injunctions, honor is referred to something else. So literally, when Arabs say izzat or izzatun, it simply means as-salaba, hardness, something very heavy, steadfast, deeply grounded, rooted. So they said ardun aziz, ardu salib. So they use earth, aziz. They are not saying honorable earth or honorable land, but simply means a very strong earth. But now when you go to Quran, Allah discusses honor and dignity on different occasions and on different levels to refer to different meanings. The first one is al-kahru wal-ghalaba. Allah refers to it in Quran. That honor refers to when one is able to overcome something or overpower. And Surah to Yusuf, verse 88, talks about that. Ya ayyuhal azizu massana wa ahlana dur. Kindly pay attention, brothers and sisters. Allah said, Ya ayyuhal aziz. I've not started from the beginning of the verse. So if you check beginning, you may not see. Go a bit in the middle, you will see that aziz. Aziz here referring to Allah, but someone who overpower, someone who takes over everything because he's got that power. Massana wa ahlana dur. We and our families are afflicted with pains. So my point here is what? Sometimes Allah uses izzah, because aziz is from izzah, just to refer to overpowering or having power. Sometimes no. Allah used Aziz or Izzah in Quran to refer to Nadra, something very nadir, rare, something which seldomly happen. Chapter Fussilat, verse 41. Allah says, Innahu lakitabun aziz. Referring to Quran, Aziz. Aziz here refers to what? This, not everybody can come up with this thing. It's rare to have someone speaking like Quran. So this was when the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, came with Quran. And Quraysh thought that they knew Arabic than any other person. So Allah challenged them. So sometimes Izzah, Aziz, is referred to something very rare, which is not easily found or not available. Sometimes no. Quran uses Izzah to refer to mashakka, or in Urdu Farsi you say mashakat, hardship, pains. Where do you get that? لَقَدْ جَاءَكُمْ رَسُولٌ مِّنْ أَنفُسِكُمْ Surah At-Tawbah 128. Azizun alayhi ma anittum. Allah is the Azizun alayhi, meaning it's so heavy and painful for Rasulullah to see his ummah going through pains. He is fond of his ummah more than the way they are fond of themselves. So in Surah Laqad Ja'akum, Surah At-Tawbah 128, Azizun, it refers to mashakkat. Now when you go to Quran again, you'll find Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, when he talks deeply about izzat, honor and dignity, Allah will come forward and tells us the root of it is power. Power. But it's not referring to fake power. It's referring to real power. And there is no one who has real power except Allah. He is real power and is a source of power. And the verse is very beautiful. Surah Ali Imran, verse 26. قُلِ اللَّهُمَّ مَالِكَ الْمُلْكِ تُؤْتِ الْمُلْكَ وَتَنْزِعُ الْمُلْكَ مِمَّنْ. Then he said what? وَتُعِزُّ مَنْ تَشَاءُ. That is a izzat. Malikul Mulk. He's got the power. Because he's got the power, tu'izzu man tasha wa tudhillu. You cannot do that. Although you may claim to be able to do it because you employ many people, but you can't. The Creator is the one tu'izzu man tasha wa tudhillu man tasha. So this ayah 26 Al-Imran is telling us that what? The real izzah emanates from real power. It doesn't just happen. And from here, we realize that izzah, when it comes to level, not types, are two. We have izzah, honor by essence, and we have obtainable honor. Honor by essence is with Allah. The essence of Allah is honor. Allah is Azizun bidat. In essence, Allah is Aziz. And you know very well in theology, we said his essence is his existence, and his existence is his essence. His essence is not distinct from his existence, and his existence is not distinct from his essence. But I and you've got what is called existence separate from your essence. Example, your existence is what? 50 years, 100 years, but the essence is what you managed to achieve with these 50 years. What you have achieved, it may last with you, you may lose it. So it's obtainable, it's not by essence. Allah is only everything by essence. That is why we need to keep working hard to retain what we work for. So izzat to Allah is default, but for you it's obtainable. You have to strive to become aziz in the eyes of Allah. But you know what we do today? We strive to become aziz in the eyes of people. We only try to impress people. People do haram to impress people. We don't impress Allah. When real honor is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that is why mystically they came with different types of izzat. The first izzat they say izzatun zilliya. They said honor by shade. What does it mean? They said a mu'min is aziz, but it's only aziz because of his iman. Said you are honorable in the eye of Allah because of your iman. So your iman is like a shade shielding you. If you remove that iman, your level of honor in the eye of Allah comes down. And then they said the second level, they call it izzatun hakiki, real honor. They said the real honor is the honor of our beloved Prophet, because Prophet is the manifestation of the power and the honor of Allah. And then they said the third level is izzatun haqqa, true honor, because every true is real, but not every real is true. So Allah's honor is true, because He is the source of that honor. And if you look at the ayah I quoted, Surah Al-Munafiqun, verse number 8, it is Abdullah ibn Ubay ibn Salul, hypocrite, the chief of hypocrites and liars. He was the one who uttered this statement that when the Holy Prophet moved to Medina, if they come back, I will make sure I remove them from Medina. And now he refers to himself as he is honorable, and he refers to the Holy Prophet miserable. Then Allah says, no, innal izzata lillahi wa li rasulihi wal mu'min. Honor is for Allah, and it's for Rasul, and it's for the believers. And you see, there is a lesson here before we move forward. It's one person who uttered this word, but Allah said yakuluna. He used plural tense. Why? Whenever one person said something and then plural tense is used, Allah is covering those who support the idea also. Example. La'anallahu ummatan katalatka wa la'anallahu ummatan zalamatka. Allah cursed the nation, killed you. Because it's one person who sat on the chest of Abu Abdullah. Or maybe it's Yazid. But why Allah said Ummah and not send one person, it's because there were people who supported that. So when he say Ummah, referring to all. The ayah of Wilayah, إنما وليكم الله ورسوله والذين آمنوا الذين يقيمون الصلاة ويؤتون الزكاة وهم راكعون. You know the ayah. Said they pray, they give charity while they are ruku. It was only Imam Ali. Why Allah said they? It's because there are people who love and follow and supported Ali. So they are part of the ayah. But honor belongs to a believer. And mind you, brothers and sisters, there is a difference between honor and takabbur. Honor is to appreciate and respect what you have. But takabbur is to think you are better than others. Is to have this superiority complex. I am better than them. Our tribes are better than this tribe. This tribe are our servants. We are elite. We are high class. That is takabbur. Now let's go to the second examination, which is the most important to me. individual honor and community honor. Let's begin with individual honor. Individual honor, brothers and sisters, has three manifestations, or three levels if you like. The first level, they call it Izzatun Imaniya. Kindly pay attention to this. It's the level of Iman. What does it mean? My brother, my sister, don't sell your Iman cheap. Be overprotective of your Iman. You see how people sell their Iman cheap because of dunya? People lose their love for Ahlul Bayt because of dunya. Because of transactions. Because of work. Because of women, wives and husbands. People lose their Iman. Especially in this Akhir Zaman. First level of individual honor is to be overprotective of your Iman. And that is why you realize during the lifetime of our beloved Chief Imam Mansur al-Abbasi, when he would used to come to Medina or Mecca, people would go halfway and welcome him. But Imam alayhi salam and his lovers and followers wouldn't do that. Because people wanted the name. They were selling their Iman very cheap. Now Imam was asked, why are you not doing it? Look at the profound answer from Imam alayhi salam. Imam said, لَيْسَ لَنَا مِنَ الدُّنْيَا مَا نَخَافُهُ وَلَيْسَ لَهُ مِنَ الْآخِرَ مَا نَرْجُوهُ. We have nothing in dunya that we are scared of. And he has nothing in akhirah that we need. Habibi, La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah, Aliyun Waliyullah is very expensive. Don't sell it cheap because you want to make name. Because of love. You will end up regretting. This Iman, Imam al-Kazim will speak to Abdullah ibn Yaqtin. Inna lillahi ma'a sultani awliya yudafi'u bihim awliya'ah. He said, for Allah, with any authority or leader who is autocratic, like Umayyad and Abbasid, is either their way or the highway. No democracy. Said Allah will always, next to them, there will be his lovers and followers who would make sure they defend the sanctity of his deen and religion. You are Aziz for being the lover of Amir al-Mu'mineen. Wallahi, when you wake up in the morning and you go down deep into your heart and you find the love of Ali, make sajda to shukr and thank Allah. It's not easy. People are getting killed because of the love of Ali. We are fortunate. We can practice our religion and chant labbaika ya Ali and chant labbaika ya Hussein. Freely protect your Iman. The democratic society that we are living is a blessing of Allah. People in Pakistan, some are losing their lives because they say Ya Hussein. In other countries, people will hide and sneak to enter majlis of Aba Abdullah. Habibi, when you go home, make sajda to shukr to thank Allah for being here in this country. You may say what you want to say, some of us, but it is honor and dignity, and we must appreciate that. If you don't appreciate it, you will see the repercussion before you left this world. لَإِن شَكَرْتُمْ لَأَزِيدَنَّكُمْ وَلَإِن كَفَرْتُمْ إِنَّ عَذَابِي لَشَدِيدٌ. If you are grateful, Allah will increase you more. If you are grateful of the opportunity that you have and use it as a tool, as a vehicle to improve and increase your knowledge and ma'rifah of Ahlul Bayt, Allah will always increase you in everything that you do. I'm passionate about this, mu'minin and mu'minat, especially to the youngsters. You are born Shia or you embrace Shia, but let me address those who are born Shias. Don't take it for granted. It is tawfiq of Allah. So the first honor is what? Don't sell your iman cheap. That doesn't mean that you don't peacefully coexist. It is forbidden not to peacefully coexist in Islam. It is forbidden to go out telling people you are better than them, but be proud of what you have. That's individual honor. Second honor. So the first one, you sell the deen. You are no more in the deen anymore. You find people say, why do wear this black? Why? What is this black for what? Habibi, I have Hussein in my heart. I must show to the world that I love Hussein. I must demonstrate it practically. That's why we put blacks. No, you coming for the meeting, Sheikh Nuru, don't wear kanzu. Because those people, Baba, we are in a democratic society. We've got constitutional right. You need just to be law-abiding citizen, and that's it. And be patriotic citizen, which I will indicate later at the end. So first, don't sell your iman. Dunya is cheap. It will eat you. By the time you realize you are gone. Dunya will follow you. When you don't have what it takes, it throws you. But the iman will forever be with you and console you. Second level of individual honor, izzatun fakhri, honorary pride. Be proud of being Shia. Be proud of it. Allah cherishes you. Allah honors you. Be proud of it. Don't be shy to show your friends at university, I am a Shia. There's no taqiyya in that. There's no taqiyya in that. Na'udhu billah, unless if one's life is in danger, that's something else. But be proud of that. Young parents, show your young children in the house, we are Shia ne Ali. But if you're not proud of that, Allah will remove it from your heart. That's the second level of Izzah. And you know beautifully, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. May Allah bless the souls of Ahlul Bayt and increase their levels, elevate it. You know our 11th Imam, what he mentioned? Man arada izzan bila ashira wa haybatan bila sultan فليخرج من ظل معصية الله إلى عز طاعته. Imam Hasan al-Askari is telling us to be proud of our faith by not committing sins. He said, whoever arada izzatan bila ashira, whoever wants honor and dignity without any family member giving him, I'm just giving you the raw direct translation. Wahaybatan bila sultan, and whoever wants prestige without any authority given him, he should get out of the misery of sin to the honor and dignity of obedience. Be proud of being Shia. Be proud to wear your hijab. If you don't understand it, engage scholars. Be proud to tell them, I do not drink alcohol, but I don't judge you. Be proud to tell them, I don't go to nightclub, but I don't judge you. That is my value. Be proud of your value. I mentioned it the other time. Don't be this half-baked Shia, half-cooked Shia. I know people when they go to steakhouse, some say make a half-half. Me, when I do the half, I vomit. This half-half doesn't work. Be who you are. There is nothing wrong. So that is a izzatun fakhri. And the third one, to be honorable, to, lend the valuable honor, is a izzatun suluki. Your akhlaq out there is crucial. You know what our beloved Chief Imam mentioned? He said, in Allah, فوض إلى عبده كل الأمر ولم يفوض عليه أن يذل نفسه. He said, Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, leave everything in your hand, your servant, his servant. But one thing he said, don't allow yourself to become miserable. Don't allow yourself to become a laughing stock. You stretch your hand, always begging. You enter mosque, everybody is laughing at you. You are in your friend's cycle, you become a laughing stock. You are Aziz in the eyes of Allah. Respect yourself and you will earn people's respect. A mu'min, you are invited by Allah and the teachings of our Imam to respect and honor yourself. If you belittle yourselves and you are ridiculed, don't blame anyone. Blame yourself. You find mu'mineen, mu'minat who are strong enough. They don't want to work. They want to depend on social intervention. Young people, some are lying to get money. This is haram and it's misery. You are honorable. Don't always want to become welfare case. Unless you do not have any choice. A mu'min, as the Holy Prophet mentioned, Yadul uliya khayrum min yadin sufla. Upper hand is better than lower hand. What is upper hand? The one who gives. Lower hand, you always on the receiving end. Counsel, receive. Mosque, receive. Mu'min, enter. Can you give me £100? Can you give me £10? Yes, if you don't have, definitely go for it. Your honor and dignity is what? You are educated. Embrace difficulties. Go and work and give yourself dignity and honor and your family and your children. That is that level. Izzatun suluki, in addition to our akhlaq and our behavior. Wherever you go, portray good akhlaq. This religion is a holistic way of life. It gives us guiding principles for whatever we do. The next level, which is Izzatun Ummah, community dignity. That's very simple. What is community dignity? Pay attention, brothers and sisters. One, I mentioned before, be proud of your community. That's okay. But the level which is important is what? Shia. In this country, wherever you go, portray the best of conduct. If a Shia is heavily on drug, let's come together, if possible, to help the Shia to get out of it. This is the calling of Imam Ja'far. Said it is the honor of the community when one member of the community is in trouble, is having issues. Let's all come together and see how we can help that member of the community. If one Shia is unbecoming by not becoming law-abiding citizen, let's come together and fight that. Because if you portray bad akhlaq there, eventually the effect will come to a Shia. Wherever you are, be law-abiding citizen. That is the calling of our marja. Be law-abiding citizen, I repeat. Respect the country's constitutions and laws. You should be in the forefront as a Shia, a lover of Ahlul Bayt, to be law-abiding. Pay your taxes well. Whatever you have to pay, pay it well. That is the calling of Ahlul Bayt before the calling of our country. You are responsible in the court of Allah before you become responsible in any other court. It's such an ummah. When you go out there, you are not representing yourself alone. You are representing Ma'sumin Islamic Center. When trouble comes, it's not going to be only ending on you. They will go around and they will find which community you are coming from, isn't it? So our honor is that when they talk of those who are law-abiding, the first 10 names, we must see Shi'an Ali there. That is the izzah of Ummah. You go to universities. When you are there, be the most disciplined student. It's izzah. It's honor. Your iman must teach you that. If you are employee, when you are at work, be someone who is abiding by the bylaws of the employment. Not you lie sitting on computer and you're getting salary. It's haram. Seriously. Common overspeeding, according to the fatwa of Aga Sistani, is a haram. Whether under CCTV camera or not, it's a haram. Read the fatwa. That tells us the type of Shia Ahlul Bayt want to build, isn't it? I'm not saying we are bad, really, we are not bad, but we can do more. So that the future generation, wherever they are, they can represent us well. So that is the dignity of the Ummah. Before you get scared of the law of Allah tells you, hey, abide by it. You violate it, you not sin, Allah is watching. So a Shia, a mu'min, someone say, you know what? Allah is watching. I must be very careful here. Now go to Karbala and Ashura. And look at traces of honor and dignity. Allahu Akbar. Imam al-Hussein is Imam al-Hussein. Imam al-Hussein would look at enemies and said, Wallahi, la u'tikum biyadi a'ta' al-dhalil. Wala akirru, wala afirru ifrar al-abid. Or iqrar al-abid. He said, I will not stretch my hand to you like a slave. And I will not run away from you like a slave. I'm not miserable. I've got akal. I've got conscience. I'm going to work hard. You know, you find sometimes our youth, some, not all, don't get me wrong, they become too lazy because the fathers have done everything. They don't care. They waste a lot. I've seen it myself. Haram. You are wasting the portions of poor people. The father worked very hard. The mother worked very hard. They live very. Today holiday that, the next day change their car, the next day that one, the next day that one. And they are spoiled already. Education, they don't care. Amanat. Fathers squeezed water out of stones to be where they are. You come, you don't appreciate it. You forget the poor people of Kashmir, poor people of Pakistan, poor people in Africa, homeless in downtown. You are eating their portion. Imam Amir would say, Wallah, brothers and sisters, if we truly follow Ahlul Bayt, we will be okay wherever we are. You know what Imam Ali said? Ma ja'a faqirun illa bima matta'a bihi al-ghani. Faqir, poor person, will not go hungry if not because of the greediness of the rich. Your father worked hard to make that money, but you are squandering, you are wasting. You change this label, Timberland today, Boss tomorrow, this one today, Rolex what today. I'm not saying don't do it, but be careful how you do it. Otherwise, when fakir comes, you will become a laughing stock. Aba Abdullah is telling us, Wallahi, la u'tikum biyadi a'ta al-dhalil. I'm not going to stretch my hand to you like a poor person, like miserable. Some of our people are making members of our community miserable. When you are told there is a poor person, there is a welfare case, and you know you have it, give it. Because if the person stretches his hand to become miserable, you are going to be responsible. A person can make himself miserable directly, or someone indirectly makes him miserable. Abu Abdullah denies that. He refuted that. He stood against that. La u'tikum biyadi ta'adhali. Let's go forward. Look at it again, Imam al-Hussein. Yazid wanted one thing from Imam Hussein, which is the entire dunya and akhirah, by the way. He wanted Abu Abdullah to pay allegiance. Just within, in fact, what he wanted for Hussein to say, you are the master. Na'udhu billah. Wal iyadhu billah. But what did Abu Abdullah say? Nahnu ahli bayt al-nubuwa wa mawdi' al-risala. Dignity, honor. Baba, you love ahli al-bayt. Ahli al-bayt are honorable. Kunu lana zaynan bighayri alsinatikum. One riwayah said, wala takunu alayna shayna. Imams are telling their Shia, be beautiful examples for us wherever you are. Your dress code, the way you talk to people, your approach to people, be beautiful example. Imam says, oh Shia, don't become shame for us. Yazid was forcing his way. Imam said, Nanu Ahl Bayt al-Nubuwa wa Mawdi' al-Risala. We are the Ahl Bayt of prophethood. And revelation was sent to us in our house. Wa Yazid rajulun fasikun sharib khamr. Yazid is an open sinner and a drunkard for that matter. Mithli, this is my point. Mithli La yubayi'u Yazidan. Imam Hussein said, somebody like me will not pay allegiance to Yazid. Somebody like us, Shia, will not stretch his hand to become miserable. Shia will not surrender to humiliation. Kashmir is bleeding. That's humiliation. What are we doing about it? Abu Abdullah, Shia not only come, Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein. This is important, but that's not the end. That's the beginning of the journey. Wherever you are, let your positive presence be felt. Negative, no. When you come, I just lock them, must let them go. Negative, no. Here and then you go intentionally, you cause fujo out there. Problem? La, not here. Above said, somebody like me, pain, meaning what? Ana azizun wa huwa dhalil. I was saying I'm honorable. But honorable what? Allah honors me. Yazid is miserable. You find Shia today hanging out with his friends, no problem. Your non-Muslim friends, no problem, no issue. They want to drink alcohol. You're not going to force them not to drink. It's their prerogative, it's their right. Baba Shia, you sit and drink. Somebody will come and check, only hanging out with these people. Now I sip a little bit. Habibi, you sip a little bit? La! No. Allah is Rahim. Baba, Allah is Rahim, I agree. Every country is also Rahim, but if you violate the law, you will suffer. Intentionally, you can't. So Imam said, La u'tikum biyadi, mithli la yuba'i yadi. Again, Imam al-Hussein, he said, Inna da'i wa ibn da'i kad rakkaza bayna snatayn bayna silla wa dhilla wa hayahata minna dhilla. Abdullah, we know this, but do we live it? Inna da'i, the unknown person, the son of the unknown, but here referring to Ubaydullah ibn Ziyad. Kadarakkaza bayna snatayn, he focused between two. Meaning, he confined me, Hussein, between two things, two choices. Silla and dhilla, honor and misery. But hayhat minna dhilla, dua kumail, hayhat. Anta akramu min an tudayya man rabbayta. Far from us misery. Far. And that is why you find during the lifetime of our beloved second Imam, the then leader of Umayyad, you know him. He sent his messengers to Imam Hassan. He said, go and tell him to come and join us. So Imam Hassan refused. And he sent reasons to Imam Hassan. He said, look, everybody is coming and joining us. I'm better than you. He said that. He said, I'm better than you. You know what was the response of Imam Hassan? He said, I'm not going to say I'm better than you because there is no any better in you. No good in you. وَإِذَا خَاطَبَهُمُ الْجَاهِلُونَ قَالُوا سَلَامًا. Isn't it? When ignorant speak, keep quiet. Imam Hassan said, Baba, I'm not going to say I'm better than you, you are better than me. I don't see any good in you. So therefore, the garad of tonight, Majlis, is what? Mu'minin and mu'minat. We are blessed by Allah. Let's be proud and be grateful of what we have. And let's protect it. And the only way to be able to protect what you have is to be disciplined. Be disciplined in your mazhab, be disciplined in your country, be disciplined at work, be disciplined at school, be disciplined in the family. Once you strive in your own way to be disciplined, Allah will bless you. And Allah will make it easy for you. But if you're not disciplined and you want to do how you please, when the repercussion comes, you are going to suffer. So therefore, in conclusion, I want to say, Allah, when you make salat now and then, ask Allah to protect your iman for you. Wallahi, because today you can lose this iman. Wallahi. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب. We're asking Allah not to shake our hearts after He has guided us. And the dua of our Imam is Allahumma arifni nafsak فإنك إن لم تعرفني نفسك لم أعرف نبيك سمس رسولك. اللهم عرفني رسولك فإنك إن لم تعرفني رسولك لم أعرف حجتك. اللهم عرفني حجتك فإنك إن لم تعرفني حجتك ضللت عن ديني. اللهم لا تمتني ميتة جاهلية. These are the du'as we need to be doing now and then, isn't it? Said, Ya Allah, arifni nafsak, introduce me to yourself. Because if you do not introduce me to yourself, I will not be able to know your prophets. Said, Oh Allah, introduce me to your prophets. Because if you do not introduce me to your prophet, I will not know the Imam of my time. Ya Allah, show me and introduce me to the Imam of my time. Because if you do not do that, I will go astray. What does it mean? Make your effort. Be proud of what you have, but seek divine intervention. When you pray, ask Allah to keep this iman. Tonight is the night of ibadah. It is the night of dua. It is night of supplication. When you go home, before you sleep, at least offer 2 rakat. If you can't do anything, do shafi'i and witr. And then sit there and raise up your hand. Ask for your hajat. But before you do that, ask Allah to protect this iman. Wallahi, wallahi, brothers and sisters. If you look at the lives of our maraji, and you know, la ilaha illallah, Allah forgive us. You look at their lives and how proud they are to be Shias and Muslims. Ayatollah Mar'ashi Najafi, if you look at his wasiyah, you know, I said, look, I'm talking of myself now, me. You can talk of yourself when you go home. I've got everything. I'm healthy. I'm working. I'm earning good salary. Allah bless me with children. I've got a car to move from one place to another. My house is big. Our marja, what do they have? But because of their sincerity and their love for Ahl al-Bayt, you've been to Aga Sistani's house. You see where he lives? You see where he lives? Our houses are better than Aga Sistani's house. Don't tell me he's getting homes. Homes is not this. It's not eating homes. Those of us who don't know start lambasting marja. Send marja come and account for homes. The point I'm trying to make here is for not to digress. They are proud of who they are. And they sought a divine intervention. Mar'ashi Najafi, he's got the largest library, or the 3rd largest, if I'm not mistaken, in Iran. In his wasiyah, he said the handkerchief that he used to cry during Fatimiyya, he said, put it in my grave. You know when people, Masa'ib, people sometimes. So he used to use one particular handkerchief, he kept it for a long time. In his wasiyah to his children, he said, put it for me. Proud. You know how he built his library? He would take salat and sawm ijara. Fasting and salat rental. Marhum dies. He's got a lot of fasting. They pay, somebody fast. So what he will do, he would go to the bookshop. He would give this aba'ah, this one, and this, to a bookkeeper, bookshop. Keep it. I'm going to fast for 1 month, 2 months. When I get the money, I will bring, you give me the book, I will give, and then you give my Abba back, and then I've got the book. And today, the library is like the largest library. Sincerity. So when you make dua, I know it's difficult, easier said than done. But put Allah in it. Say, Ya Allah, my iman is really weak. My son, I try, but it's not budging. Allah, I leave them in your hand. Soften their hearts. Keep doing the dua. Allah will listen to you. So tonight when you make your dua, pray for your children. Pray for your sons and daughters. Pray for yourself. Ask Allah to protect and keep your iman. That is really, really, really important. Sometimes we don't have time to ask Allah and to make dua. We want to do it on our own. If we are unable to do it, we give up. So these our Maraji, they are really epitome of inspirations. And we need to learn from them. Tonight, Eve of Ashura. It's a heavy night. And it's a very sad night. Because this night is dedicated to the 6-month-old baby. Those of us who have children, we know. 6-month-old baby. Hussein. 6-month-old baby is your companion, is your soldier. That tells us Abba Abdullah did not go for any worldly superiority or honor. Similarities between Hussein and Ismail alayhi salam. Pay attention to this Musab. Allama Iqbal described the similarities between Abba Abdullah and Prophet Ishmael. He said, Ismail helped his father to build Kaaba, but Hussein helped to maintain and protect the dignity of Kaaba. Allama Iqbal. And he said, Ismail is the embodiment of the love of Allah when he was willing to sacrifice. He said Hussein was not only willing to sacrifice himself, but he was willing to sacrifice his family. Just Dekan came forward, isn't it? And said, I will understand, it's Christian. If Hussein went alone, but Hussein went with children. Christian. So that shows Hussein went not for himself, but for dignity of Islam and humanity. Now open your eyes and let's take our hearts to Karbala al-Muqaddasa. Allahu Akbar. When Ibrahim sat next to his beloved son, Ismail, he said, Oh Ismail, I dreamt slaughtering you. What's your opinion? He said, Father, if'al ma tu'mar, satajiduni insha'Allahu min as-sabirin. Father, do as you are instructed, and you will find me patient. Ibrahim sent Ismail, go wait for me, I'm coming. He went, he met him. Those of you who have been to Mina, you know. Ismail requested 3 things from the father before the slaughtering. You know what was the first request? He said, Father, I want you to tie my both hands and my both feet. so that you don't see me move when you slaughter me. First request. Second request, he said, Father, cover my face before you slaughter me. Because if you look at me, you will feel for me. And you will not be able to go as per the command of Allah. Allahu Akbar, the heart of Ismail. Third request, he said, Father, I beg you, once you done slaughtering me, don't take my clothes back to my mother. Because it will tear my mom apart. It will kill my mom to know that I'm gone. Question, Ya Aba Abdullah, Ya Hussein, Saint John, on the 10th day of Muharram, when you took the 6-month-old baby, did you know that the baby will flap his hand the way the baby did? I said, Ya Aba Abdullah, you had no blindfolder. How did you manage to see the arrow piercing the neck of Ali? I said, Ya Aba Abdullah, how difficult was it to tell Bibi Rabab there is an arrow on the neck of Ali al-Asghar? Allahu Akbar. Ajrukum ala Allah. May Allah bless your tears, mu'mineen and mu'minat. La ilaha illallah. You know who took Ali al-Asghar to Hussein? Bibi Zainab. Bibi Rabab looked at Zainab. She said, Zainab, I have no energy to carry Ali to Hussein. She said, oh Zainab, there is no sound coming from Ali. She said, oh Zainab, I can't hear any move. I can't see any move from Ali. Parents, you know, when your children sleep and you don't hear any move, you get worried. Zainab brought Ali al-Asghar to Aba Abdullah. But you know who described the slaying of Ali al-Asghar well? Mukhtar al-Thaqafi. How? Mukhtar revenged the blood of Karbala. But what he did was, for each and every tyrant he met, before revenge, he would ask him, what did you do on the 10th day of Muharram? He would ask Shamar, Ibn Zil-Jawshan. Mukhtar got hold of a Harmala, or Hurmala, as some pronounce. He asked him, what did you do on the 10th day of Muharram? This breaks the heart. He said, oh Mukhtar, on the 10th day of Muharram, I had 7 targets. 3 were unsuccessful and 4 were successful. Mukhtar asked him, what were the 4 successful targets you had? He said, my first target, when Hussein fell down from the horse, and Abdullah, the son of Imam Hassan, rushed to the body of Hussein, I strike my arrow to the right hand of Abdullah. Mukhtar asked him, what was your second successful target? He said, my second successful target. He said, as Abbas was struggling, the flag was falling down. Right hand was lying somewhere. Left arm was lying somewhere. I struck my arrow on the right eye of Abbas. Mukhtar asked him, what was your third successful target? This breaks the heart of the lover of Ali al-Asghar. Armala, look at Mukhtar. Look at the enemy, co-enemy of Ahl al-Bayt. He said, the third successful target is painful to remember. He said, because I use an arrow which Arab used to cut camel neck. He asked him, what did you do? Tell me. Allahu Akbar. He said, I saw Hussein holding the baby. While Hussein was holding the baby, he said, what I did, I struck the arrow to the neck of the baby. The fourth target, of course, which will be tomorrow, it was the target he struck on Abu Abdullah. Zainab brought Asghar to Abu Abdullah. Abu Abdullah held the Asghar. He walked a bit and he looked at the enemy's camp. He said, oh people, am I the target or Ali? I beg you, give him water. They got divided amongst themselves. Some said give water, some said do not give water. Umar ibn Sa'd said, we are not giving water, we want to see Hussein crushed. So narration mentioned, Hussein then walked and picked up Ali. He then placed Ali in the middle of the battlefield. And he walked back. And he looked at the enemies. Is there any one of you who will give Ali water? There was painful quietness. Abu Abdullah then came back. And he took Ali. And he then looked at them again. Is there anyone to give Ali water? Painful quietness. But you see what narration mentioned? When Ibrahim and Hajar left Ismail on the land of Hijaz, and Ismail began to scroll the hand, Zamzam water came out. But when Abu Abdullah placed Ali on the land of Karbala, there was nothing but dryness. There was no water coming. But narration mentioned, as Hussein was holding, you heard it. Harmala struck the arrow. Arrow then got stuck on the neck of Ali. Arbabul Makatil mentioned, and those who narrated, they said you'd see nothing in the hand of Hussein but blood. 6-month-old baby, what is in the body? You would see only blood. Of course, some narration mentioned Abu Abdullah threw the blood in the sky. But not the most difficult part was what? The catalogue of Ali al-Asghar is the hand and the chest of Abu Abdullah. Meaning the slaughtering area of Ali al-Asghar is the chest and the hand of Abu Abdullah. Abu Abdullah now holding the baby. How do you face the mother of the baby and tell her there is an arrow on the neck of your baby? That's what you're going to do tomorrow in the A'amal. Abu Abdullah was holding Ali. Someone saw Abu Abdullah standing for a long time. He said, Hussein, what are you doing? He said, I do not know how to approach Rabab and tell her there is an arrow on the neck of your son. Abu Abdullah would go back and forth. Inna lillah wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Inna lillah wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Ilahi rizan bikadahik wa tasliman li amrik. Back and forth. Abu Abdullah was going because he did not know how to approach Bibi Rabab. That is why we are told on the night of the 11th, Shame Gariba, Bibi Rabab was just walking, she was going. Zainab was calling Rabab, where are you going? Come. She looked at Zainab, she said, I am looking for the body of Asghar. They asked her, why are you looking for the body? She said, because they've given us water, I have breast milk to feed the Asghar. Lastly, we are told in the riwayah on Arba'in, Bibi Rabab, when they arrived, she went where the body of Asghar was. And she sat next to the body. She said, O land of Karbala, don't sting the body of Asghar. Said, O land of Karbala, protect my Asghar. ألا لعنة الله على القوم الظالمين وسيعلم الذين ظلموا آل محمد أي منقلب ينقلبون إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون. Mu'mineen, once again raise up your hands. Humbly raise up your hand, Mu'mineen and Mu'minat. This is really important. It's a big night. It is the night when the companions of Abu Abdullah and Hussein himself engaged in the worship of Allah. Tonight, hajat are fulfilled. Before I make my dua, ask for your hajat. Ask Allah, everybody. Ask your hajat. Ask Allah to fulfill your hajat. Now we pray together. We ask Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Allah. We are your slaves, we are your servants. We don't claim to be perfect. We are not at all next to any perfection. Allah, we sincerely ask you, forgive us our shortcomings. Ya Allah, we are sitting here tonight. Each and every one of us has his or her own unique challenge, unique temptations. Allah, we ask you, fulfill our legitimate desires. Ya Allah, whatever our desire might be, financial, social, political, whatever the desire might be, so long as they are legitimate, Ya Allah, fulfill them on our behalf. Our sons and our daughters, irrespective of their age, they are ni'mah, they are blessing. Allah, we ask you, protect them with your protection. Allah, make it easy for them wherever they are. Ya Allah, we ask you, we living in this country in peace, tranquility, and harmony. We pray for the country. Let us continue to live in peace and harmony, inshallah. Let us continue to live side by side with Muslims and non-Muslims in peace and tranquility, inshallah. Ya Allah, we ask you, put barakah in our earnings, inshallah. Wherever we work, whatever is our source of sustenance, Allah put barakah in it, inshallah. Allah protect us and protect our countries with your protection, inshallah. Allah protect our marriages, inshallah. Those who are going through challenges and difficulties in their marriages, Allah intervene on their behalf, inshallah. Those whose marriages are going well, Allah continue to make it easy for them, inshallah. Ya Allah, we ask you. We do have friends, brothers, sisters, Muslims and non-Muslims, who are not well, who are sick. Tonight is the eve of Ashura. Allah, we make tawassul through the shahada of Aba Abdullah, because we know Hussein is so dear to you. Cure them with your cure, inshallah. There are those who are battling cancer. There are those who are battling different kind of diseases and sicknesses. Allah, we ask you, make it easy for them and intervene on their behalf, inshallah. Our marhumin, may Allah forgive them and grant them Jannat al-Firdaus. Our marhumin, may Allah, we ask you, Ya Allah, we beseech in your presence, forgive them and grant them Jannat al-Firdaus. Our brother who was buried yesterday in Ellington, brother Askar, may Allah forgive him and grant him Jannat al-Firdaus. Ya Allah, bihaqqi Mohammed wa ali Mohammed, grant us the ziyarah of Aba Abdullah. Ya Allah, grant us the ziyarah of Abul Fadl al-Abbas. Allah, 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 grant us the ziyarah of Imam Amir al-Mu'mineen. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Allah, grant us the ziyarah of Sayyida Zainab alayha salam. Ya Allah, our sons and daughters who are studying, continue to inspire them to become successful in their studies, inshallah. Whatever the field they are studying, make it easy for them, inshallah. And last but not least, continue to increase the love and the ma'arifah of Muhammad wa ali Muhammad in our heart. Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein.